You ready for week 2 in the NFL? I am. And put week 1, get that out of here. Week 2 is going to be much, much stronger. And these public betting percentages I'm telling you early, I really wouldn't go by them. I'd go by them late. Most of the betting public bets late. Last week they bet the Ravens, the Packers, the Jets, all lost. They ended up 5-11-1 against the spread, the public, last week. But let's get to week 2. I definitely don't like the Cowboys as a favorite. They're great as dogs, and they're great against teams that have weak offenses. And the Saints, they may be overlooking the Saints here. I got the Saints plus the touchdown. The line's down to 6.5, and I think it's going to go down further too. But I'm taking the Saints here plus the points. Ravens home game number 1. They usually play very well at home. Game 1 of the season, the crowd's going to be loud. Raiders on the road, back-to-back games. Minshew, new offense, has to gel together. They really haven't played much together. Expect the Ravens to come out strong in this one. I don't like laying big points in the NFL. It's opened up 8. It's now 9.5, but no more than 10 here. I would have to lay it with the Ravens. Ton of action on the Giants, and 87% of the bets so far on the Giants, even though 75% of the money's on Washington, but the line's gone down a point and quickly. It's really, who do you want to bet the worst of the worst? Either Washington or the Giants. Who looked worse last week? Both of them, really. But I think the Giants, I'm going to take the Giants here plus the 1.5, and I'm definitely going over the total. Ton of points expected in this one. Chargers are going to be the big play here by the public. You got to, listen, it's the Carolina Panthers. Even though 76% of the early bets have been on the Panthers, but 83% of the money so far on the Chargers. That's why the line's gone from 5.5 to 6.5. Everybody will be on the Chargers this week. The game will close around 7 by game time, but the Panthers are the right side here, plus the 7. Chargers always get baked 2-3 points extra into the line by the lines makers every single week. I've been telling you that for years. They're the most public bet team out of any team, even the Cowboys, every single week. Carolina's the right side, plus the 7. I'm sure everybody will be taking Indy against Green Bay. Line is sitting at 3.5 right now. Don't expect this to go below 3, even though I like Green Bay. They have weapons besides Jordan Love. They've grown over the last couple years. And Indy, they're coming off of a tough division loss. Don't expect them just to walk over Green Bay in this one without Love. I got Green Bay at home plus the points. San Fran, Minnesota. It's going to come down to if McCaffrey plays. If he does, and he's game timed, he's going to play. And if he does, the game's going up to 7. And as soon as you see that, take the 7. Take the 7. That's the right side, the Vikings plus the 7. 49ers have to travel off a Monday night game, short week, from grass to turf kind of. Listen, this is the kind of game where you take the home dog. Minnesota was overlooked last week, even though they got a lot of money and they were the favorite and they moved from +1 to -1. San Francisco is in for something in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if they got upset in this one. Vikings plus the points. Teams coming off emotional road losses, especially at the end when they could have won the game. They had leads towards the whole game, back and forth, and they lost at the end. Just bet against them, especially if they're favorites. And especially if they look so good to bet, and especially against teams like the Browns who got blown out last week. Trust me, the Browns are the right side in this game, plus the points. They have a better defense than you think, and they can stay within this one and win this one outright against the average Jags team. I'm taking the points, plus the points with the Browns. Seattle's going to be a nice public play this week. You know that. They're going to be betting against New England this week. They always will, the public. They see how bad they are. The line went down last week on the Patriots game to 8 from 9. So the Sharps were on the Patriots, and the Sharps are going to wait until this game goes up to 4 by game time, which it probably will, but it's the wrong side. Seattle will not cover this one in New England. Remember, New England had one of the best defenses down the stretch last year, and even though I don't like the Patriots, it's the right side, plus the points against Seattle at home on Sunday. Here's a tough game. Jets and Titans. You bet against the Titans who just blew a huge 17-0 lead and could be deflated? Or do you take the Jets coming off a Monday night emotional game against the 49ers, back-to-back road games and late points on the road? This is a tough one. But I'm taking the Titans plus the points at home against the Jets. The Jets are just simply overrated. Overrated. Bad coach. Bad play calling, and I'm taking the Titans at home to bounce back from a loss, even though they're coming off a tough emotional loss on the road last week. It's the right side. Pick your poison on this one, even though the trends point to the Rams, 15-4 ATS against division dogs after losing an overtime game. I think they're like 42-19 teams coming off of road overtime losses. I don't know on this one. I really don't. Cardinals may surprise you. They have the weapons. They stood with the Buffalo Bills last week toe-to-toe, scored a lot of points. I think this one may go over the total. Look for a lot of points in this one, but this one's a hard one to bet. If I had to bet it, I'm taking the Cards. Here's another tough game, Cincinnati and KC. Had KC against the Ravens in game one. They've got plenty of rest, at home, back-to-back weeks. I know Joe Burrow's pretty good. He's 4-0 ATS at KC versus the Chiefs. But I'm siding with a better team here that starts off the season better, and that's the Chiefs. The Bengals just start slow. That's the bottom line. I don't think 5.5 is a problem in this one. Back-to-back home, plenty of rest. Should be a cakewalk. We'll see. And without Joe Mixon, without showing me a running game so far, or yet to show me, I'm going with the Chiefs. And here we go with the Sunday Nighter. I'm on the Bears. I told you this team would cover all season long. They covered last week, even though I had the Titans. And I'm telling you, they're going to cover this one against the Texans. They're +7. They're a live dog in this one. The line's down to 6 very quickly, very sharp. Would not be surprised if game finished at 5.5, 5 by game time. But you'll get Texans money coming in late. 5.5, 6 is where it's going to be. I'm taking the 6. I'll take down as low as 5 with the Bears on Sunday night. No one wants to bet Pittsburgh and Denver except me, and I'm taking the home dog plus the 3 against the Steelers. Denver got bet against last week. They're going to be bet against by the public all year long this year. It's just a matter, it comes down to what the public likes more, and they're going to like the Steelers more. I'm taking the home dog with the Broncos. And to finish up, which I forgot, the Lions game against Tampa. And obviously, I can't give out MoneyLine big favorites like most of these other guys do. I just don't do that. And I got to be forced to pick a side against the spread. So I'm going with the Lions. Back-to-back home games. They're just much better than Tampa. And Tampa got a nice blowout win, so you get a lot of line value here. Got to go with the Lions at home -7. I got a huge play on the Buffalo game, Miami on Thursday, and the Monday Nighter as well. Make sure you're aboard. These are just early moves. It all comes down to getting the right number in the game on game time. That's the bottom line. These are just my opinions. There's nothing to do with anything else that I gather information during the week. Just early opinions. We're going to do very well in week number 2 no matter what. Let's go.